All right, part 3 inspection. We've started from the south there, and we're going into the northern end. So again, here's silt fence. This was installed a few weeks ago. This is trenched in. This is turbidity curtain that we had out in the water. Turned out there was a conflict with the tribal fishery. We had to pull everything out. It was all taken out last night, last night. The fishery started early this morning. So we're probably not going to put the turbidity curtain back in until we get to the very south end, because we haven't had turbidity issues except for boats screaming by, churning things up. So what else? Yeah, I'm not real thrilled with all of this stuff in here. It's getting kind of sketchy, so I'll talk to him about this. The silt fence really, though, is more for this kind of stuff than for water, as it turns out. Although we are going to get a lot of rain this coming week, so we'll see how this works. But secondary containment. No secondary containment. And this is our construction entrance. Would have preferred a tire wash, but we just don't have room. So they put in some rock, which was not per the plan. I told them it's not per the plan. Steel sheets. So we have steel sheets here, which are working well. Just quickly, as long as the vehicles, trucks backing in to drop off sand, for example, or to haul out soil that we're excavating, as long as they stay on the sheets and get loaded and then somebody sweeps up spillage, we're good. There is no track out. But when the sheets start moving, you can see there's dirt exposed. That can cause track out, or if the trucks, of course, back out into the project and take off, there's going to be track out. So far we've been okay, but we've really stayed on it. They've stayed on it pretty well. We just don't have a lot of options. So people are skeptical that we can do this, but I've seen it done before, so we're going to go with it. Another one of the manholes, I think that might have a valve structure for the swale, so we've got double layer of plastic under that just for extra protection. Compost sock, plastic actually under the sheets. We have got 2 layers of sheets, and then straw wattle along the edge. So we're good as far as drainage. And here's our burlap silt fence and such. Dust control, spill kit. So that's all good stuff. I don't know why there's a hose out there. This is the header pipe. It runs down. Actually, it ends there now, as they cut it as they move this way. So that's our header pipe for pumping water back to the treatment system, which we haven't had to do yet. We'll see what happens this week. Yeah, it works for drips. Not great, and more drips. So here's what we got going. It's unfortunate we don't have a good alternative for plastic. So we have to cover these slopes when we get them graded, because they're going to sit like this until probably December. It's late September right now, when the landscapers come back in and they'll place a foot of compost and then plant native plants. So we have to cover the bare soil in the meantime. Nice job, lots of sandbags, well installed. So this is a really challenging project because it's so narrow and there's so much going on. Let me walk down here. So here's the sump pump that they'll use. Actually, looks like maybe it's rain, but yeah, it's got to be rain or groundwater. So we're too high. They've got a berm up here. We're probably at plus an elevation of 16, 15. So it'd take an extreme high tide to get up here, so I don't think it's tidal. This is an intertidal river, by the way, tidally influenced. Elliott Bay is a few miles downriver. So tide fluctuates. In fact, you can see this is roughly the 10.5 foot elevation line where the debris has been building up. The toe log here for the toe of the slope is 12 plus 12, and the edge log down here is roughly plus 8. So it's going to take another video. So let me just finish off with the sump. This is part of the plan. Any water that falls into this work area that is not going to be covered, again, because they're working. Any water, rainwater, that ends up down here is going to get pumped up to the header pipe up here, which then goes to the treatment system. So, okay, I'm going to stop video 3 right there and do video 4.